I spent 1 week in Kyoto and I'm going to take you to 9 sakura spots as well as cafes and restaurants. Let's go. At Gosho right now there is a sakura tree blooming and it's in full bloom. It's so beautiful because the petals are just flying off and they're actually fluttering, they're not flying, they're just so ever so gently pulling down. And this is the shidare type of sakura, which means like weeping sakura tree, and it's actually one of the most beautiful in my opinion, and it's just so stunning. The great thing about this location is there aren't too many people here. There are a lot of locals and a few tourists, but it's not overcrowded because this year the sakura are so late that whenever there's a tree in bloom, people are just like swarming to it. And right next door is actually a Wagashi Store where you can get like Japanese traditional sweets, and they have a view of this beautiful weeping tree. So might go check that out. Look how pretty this is. And the weather is perfect today. It's incredible. This little tea house here is really cool because you've got like these giant glass windows. You can just look out at the sakura. That's my favorite thing about this location because it's got just such an amazing view, and honestly the price of everything here is really reasonable. And they have a sakura special right now. It's like a sakura dorayaki, and so it essentially has like mochi, Japanese like style pancake, not okonomiyaki, like a normal Japanese pancake, as well as cream. It's really good. The sakura flavor is actually quite strong. And I really suck at describing sakura, but it's kind of like floralish. I don't know, there's something about this one that just tastes so good. They also have the classic matcha whisked one, which is very strong here, but it tastes good. Whenever I come to Kyoto, I always need to get myself some proper green tea. When I took my first sip about 5 minutes ago, I inhaled it and it went down my throat and I couldn't stop coughing. But small sips. There's the cutest Shiba Inu right now, and honestly the combination of sakura and Shiba Inu is the greatest thing ever. It's like the epitome of Japan. Like honestly, I don't know how to find a better combination than that. Sakura, Shiba, so cute. His little curly tail, little fluffy butt. These are the grounds of Gosho. It's a lot of like stone pebbles, and I would often commute through here when I was going to places. So you'll see a lot of people riding their bicycles here. And right in there, you can actually go inside on certain days, and it's free entry, but they'll check all your bags, and there's a big security check because it's a very important place. I think that's where the emperor used to live back in the day. While I was walking around earlier this week, I actually stumbled across this place called Byodoji Temple. It's only a short walk from Shijo, which is the main downtown shopping district in Kyoto. And it's really, really awesome because not only has it got a great atmosphere to it, and it has like the incense going, so it smells like very temple-like and Kyoto-like. It's got sakura in full bloom right now. They've got the weeping tree as well as like a normal style sakura, like the Yoshinoe. I can never say it properly. And this place is actually well known for praying for pets and their health. And they also support like homeless cats in Japan, as well as other homeless animals. And so they sell a lot of omamori, so the amulets that are based on like animals. And they have a bunch of really cool items here. And I've never seen such a great variety of items at one location like this, especially one that's not super famous. So it's very, very nice. And there's great sounds here. The atmosphere is really, really cool. I'm gonna go show you the sakura. It's right around the corner, so they have 2 on either side. And it's really, really quiet, and you can actually sit down because they have a little bench space where you can take a little bit of rest. So this shrine has some of the cutest omamori, the little amulets, ever. They have a lot of animal themed ones because they're praying for animal wealth, like their welfare and health. And I absolutely love Shiba, and it's so adorable, this little black Shiba Inu. So I'm gonna grab one, and you're only allowed 1 per person because they're incredibly popular. And the brown Shiba Inu version is sold out, as well as another cat amulet. So yeah, I'm gonna just take this one home with me. One of my favorite Hanami spots is actually here at Maruyama Park, and I'm here in the evening because they do a light up event, as well as have a bunch of matsuri stalls, which are festival booths, and they're selling lots of food that smells amazing, and the atmosphere is great because the sakura have just started to like bloom and they're looking great. Also, if you go to the very end, there's this giant weeping sakura tree, and it is lit up, and it's so beautiful. I've come here about 3 times or 4 times in my life to do hanami, which is just like sitting and enjoying the flowers. I've done it in the daytime as well as in the evening, and they also have another like area where they kind of tape it off, and there's restaurants which will serve you drinks as well as food. And it was really cool because in the past a lot of clients would bring like geisha, and so they were sitting in there, and I'm just checking now, but maybe we'll get a spot. It's quite busy, but we'll have to see. So this area behind me is the dining space I was talking about, and every single section is owned by a different restaurant, so the system is different, but they're all basically booked out, and some of them you can book in advance, but some of them you just have to kind of like hang around and hover and be like, that's my table when someone leaves. I've done that before. It was quite stressful. I do not recommend. The view and the atmosphere here is hard to beat. I love it, and my experience when I dined here a couple of years ago was so awesome. So if you can do it, I highly recommend it. Otherwise, you can just grab food and get it takeaway from the matsuri and kind of wander around and eat it, or just sit down on some of the other areas back over there. I don't know how I did it, but I actually secured a table for myself and Shah, our cameraman at Tokyo Creative, and I got a seat. Oh my goodness, this is so exciting. This was a total fluke. It just happened to be available, so we're gonna just order a bunch of stuff and enjoy the hanami. The vibe here is so cool. I love this place so much. If you ever come hanami season, you have to come here. And drinking a hanami themed sake. It's Junmai Ginjo, which is the best type of sake. And I love the bottle. It's got like cherry blossoms on it. Kanpai, guys. This is so smooth. It's chilled, and I'm very cold. Like, I'm still in shorts, but it's still good. This should warm me up. Isn't that what sake does? There are literally so many people standing around trying to get a seat. Yeah, it's packed, but this is such a cool experience. Edamame is always a good choice when you're chilling at these kind of drinking events. Kanpai! Kanpai! So basically when you sit here, it's meant to be for 4-seaters or like a group of 3 and above. And Shah and I were just 2 people, and then this Japanese couple next to us are also just 2 people. And we're like, what if we combine? And then we sit together. So now we're like friends, and we're just chatting. They're really sweet. And they live in Arashiyama, which is like the dream. Although apparently it's too crowded, so maybe it's not the dream anymore. It's like a overcrowded dream. So they're escaping to an even more crowded area potentially. Yeah.
Sakura hanabira, これ花い形。ジャパニーズ。
Kyoto daisuki.
Oh.
The atmosphere here is unreal. I just love wandering around, and there's of course lots of food stores which I had to check out. There were things like fresh corn, but I found something I couldn't resist.
お今焼きたて。はい、めちゃくちゃあったかいよ。ほら、ね、ベリーホット。
I've never seen a melon pan store at a matsuri before, and I couldn't resist because melon pan is my favorite, and it's baked fresh, literally here. I got a plain one. This is so good. It's really crispy and really fluffy on the inside, and still warm. This melon pan is legit. If you see this guy, get it. He's also really friendly. Another really popular sakura spot is the Philosopher's Path, and it's a beautiful canal that is filled with cherry blossom trees, and it leads up to a really popular temple here called Ginkakuji, which is the Silver Temple, and it's also between Ginkakuji and Nanzenji, which is another popular spot. And I've only actually been here once during cherry blossom season, and when it's in full bloom, which it isn't quite yet today, it's so stunning, especially because the petals kind of like flutter down and fill the river, and they just cover it in like this pink white color. And there's also lots of nice shops along here, so you can go to a cafe, have lunch, and go shopping. So we're just gonna walk around and explore. It's quite busy, But I think if you go to the other end of the river, because it leads up to the temple and then you can turn and make a right turn, it should be a little bit quieter, hopefully. Luckily, we've got some reasonable weather. It's a little cloudy, but sunny. And the blossoms are starting to come through. There's a lot of green in this area. Usually I feel like when there's green, it seems to be like the end of the cherry blossom life. I don't know if that's accurate, but yeah. I love that the river's flowing here. It makes it look so pretty. And then all these little bridges that you cross. It's just very, very beautiful, very aesthetic, very Japan. So there's the cutest Shiba Inu, a white one, and their name is Kinako, which is like a soybean flavor, like that's often on like dango. So cute! The further you walk down, the more peaceful it gets. I really think I need to come back in the morning and just have the place to myself. I think I'd really treasure that. I really want to take a morning stroll here. Just walking along here, I'm discovering all these really cute cafes that are along the canal. I definitely want to come back. I might even come back during this trip. There's definitely a line right now, but it would be worth it to just sit here during full bloom and enjoy the sakura. I saw a guy drinking wine. Well, that's such a vibe. While walking around, you'll discover lots of different stalls, some of them selling artwork, some selling antique kimonos, so make sure you give yourself enough time to take a leisurely stroll and stop by some of these shops. This is Keage Incline, and it's a place that I've been to when I studied abroad in Kyoto, and when it's in full bloom, it's absolutely beautiful because the blossoms are just so bright and fluffy, and they basically right now I'm standing on an old railway line, and so this used to be used when they would transport like boats from Kyoto to Shiga, which is the neighboring prefecture, and they have a really big lake. It's called Lake Biwa, and nowadays this spot is really popular, but when I came many years ago, I came early in the morning, like 8 a.m, and there was like no one around, but it's very, very popular these days to get like photos. A lot of people will dress up in kimono and come and pose here. Yeah, it's really cool that you can actually walk along the line like this, because it's pretty rare to have a station where you can just walk along it and it's not in use anymore. And I read that this was actually one of the when it was built, it was like the station with the most incline in the world, but not anymore. My advice is if you come here, try and come at full bloom, because when the sakura are like falling down, it's so, so pretty, especially when there's a gust of wind. Right across from Keage Incline, there's a restaurant that's located upstairs, and it actually has a view of the railway and the sakura from out the window, and they serve curry. They specialize in Japanese curry, and I opted for the veggie one, which has lotus root, pumpkin, asparagus, eggplant, as well as some tsukemono, which are Japanese pickles, and it's a beef-based curry. So I think it was gyusuji, which is, what is gyusuji? Beef tendon. Itadakimasu. Yum. And I have been trying to eat all day, and this place was just like a miracle. There's number one, there's not a lot of restaurants in the area, and number two, because there's so many tourists, they're all very full and very packed. Another sakura spot I recommend is Rokkaku, and it's actually located in downtown Kyoto. And the great thing about this place is that, of course, you can enter the grounds for free, but they have a Starbucks that is right in front of this beautiful weeping sakura tree. And you can just order your Starbucks drink, hot latte, and sit inside from the comfort of the warm cafe atmosphere and just gaze out at it. It's very popular though, so I tried to secure a seat and no luck. So you could wait around, but I'm going to just keep enjoying the sakura. It is a bit rainy right now, so I'm going to just walk around with my umbrella. Yes, it is absolutely stunning. If you're looking to access this temple, it's only a couple of minutes walk from Karasuma Oike station. Considering how beautiful it is, it's really not that crowded at all. And they also have a really unique feature here, because they have these hanging green leaf trees, like these hanging green leaves, and they've actually tied the omikuji with the bad luck and bad fortune to them. I don't think I've quite seen anything like this before. There's even some that are bare, like they don't have leaves, but people are tying it to them. Wow. This place is really stunning. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize the whole other side of this temple is covered in pink as well. They're actually tying the omikaji to the sakura trees as well. I've never seen that. It's really, really pretty. Wow. This place is a really, really beautiful spot. Can you see that the ground is turning pink? That's because all the rain has caused the sakura petals to fall down, but it looks so, so pretty. It's like a pink carpet. Let's see what my fortune is. I kind of want it to be a bad one. I've never thought that before because then I get to hang it up here because it's so, so stunning. The moment of truth. What did I get? I got the best luck. Oh my goodness. The one time I get it quite regularly, to be honest, but I kind of really wanted the bad luck one. Oh well, I'll take that. Takeisao. These are really hard to understand. Even with my level of Japanese, I struggle, so I'll probably just use a bit of Google Translate. But overall, good luck. I've come to Hirano Shrine, which is in the northern part of Kyoto near Kinkakuji, and it's actually got a sakura festival. And lucky for me, the sakura here are in full bloom. Very fluffy and white and pink. And in the past when I came, I believe it was free entry, but now it costs 500 yen and it's kind of closed off. So if you don't pay to enter, you can't access the area. And it's actually really, really cute because they have a few little food trucks over in the distance selling like drinks and food, as well as some really, really bright yellow flowers, which I don't remember these being here last time. They're almost like the ones in Kawazu called Nananoha. I think I'm saying it wrong. But the contrast between like the yellow and the white pink sakura is really pretty. And a great thing about this spot is that it's not too crowded. As you can see, it's very relaxed. I don't have to fight for the view with 1,000 other people. Walking around it just feels like a very local feeling. All the locals have just come to enjoy the sakura and have a bit of a break with some food. It shouldn't be as crazy hectic as it has become today. This is definitely the kind of place I enjoy more than the popular spots I visited. Very, very peaceful. It's a shame it's cloudy because with a blue sky it would be very, very beautiful. They have a bunch of different food options here, and I found a matcha truck, which is so awesome. I've never seen that before. And they also do hojicha, which is my favorite type of Japanese tea. So I'm gonna order a hojicha latte. It's only 600 yen. I feel like that's pretty reasonable for a food truck. And they're making it fresh. I can see her whisking it and everything. And it seems like it's from Higashiyama in Kyoto. They also have a lot of benches here, so once you buy your food you can just sit down and relax and enjoy the sakura. And I can't believe they have my two favorite things ever. So they had hojicha latte as well as this chocolate melon pan, which is actually baked freshly here. I can't believe he just bakes it here. That's awesome. And I've never seen chocolate chip inside before. It smells so good. This is so good. It's so chewy and not too sweet. The outside isn't as crispy as a normal melon pan, but it's just kind of got this like fuwa fuwa, like really soft feeling and taste to it. It's really tasty. This hojicha latte is really good. It has sugar in it, which isn't my preferred way of having it, but it's not too sweet, so it's okay. Ah, this hits the spot. It's better than a coffee. Apparently there are over 500 sakura trees with about 50 to 60 different varieties of sakura, and I also read that you can come here in the evening and they do a light up event, and it's basically like a sakura party at night, which I've never got to do here before. I've only done it at Maruyama Park, so that'd be a really cool thing to come back here for. Just walking around I can actually see there are different types of sakura. It's pretty rare. I don't feel like I've seen this many varieties in one little area. Like the Yoshino Sakura as well as the Shidare Sakura, and then we have really bright pink Shidare Sakura. Once I left the Sakura garden, at the exit there was actually a booth where they were selling things, and they had hot sakura. It's basically called Kaiun Sakura, I think. It's hot water that they pour out and they add in pickled sakura. I've never seen this before. I've had sakura tea, so maybe it's going to be similar to that. Oh yeah, that's pickled for sure. It tastes very salty. They actually said if it's too salty for you, you can add some water. I think I can I think I can manage with this level of saltiness, but it's definitely wouldn't be my go-to drink. I love that they have these seasonal drinks and items available. It just makes the whole sakura and cherry blossom experience so much more fun, and I get to enjoy once again a beautiful view out here. I don't know if I should just have the whole like stem as well as leaf. Should I do it? I'm gonna do it. Oh, that was really salty. Oh, extra pickled. Oh. I just realized now that I probably went the wrong way around. I went into the Sakura Park first, and I was thinking of just this main section to the shrine, which has all these beautiful red lanterns, and there's a huge sakura tree blooming in here as well. So I'm gonna go do a bit of a prayer at the main shrine and then keep wandering around this area, because I don't actually come to northern Kyoto too much. It's a bit of a way out, especially with the buses. They're so crowded these days. Right before going in the main shrine, they have a little booth where you can buy all the omamori, and they had the cutest ones ever. I got 2 sakura themed ones, and I think they're for the beauty of women. One for myself as well as my mother, and I also got the sakura, the pickled sakura that you can put in hot water. I'm gonna give it to my mom because I'm going home to Australia soon. So yay! Inside the main shrine, there's actually an ensemble performing live music. It's so beautiful. This has become one of my favorite shrines in temple for sure. I decided I wanted to wait for the Hirano Shrine light up, which starts around 6:30 at night time, so I have about 3 to 4 hours to kill. And so I rented a bike. It's called Loop, and you can just easily get around town, and they've got stations everywhere. So I just rode nearby to a shrine that also has sakura, and there's absolutely no one around. There's a couple of people, and it's in full bloom too. So let's just wander around and enjoy a very local spot. The entire air around here smells like sakura. It's so floral and sweet. Wow. I think I'm gonna get a really great view if I climb all the way up these stairs. I can see the mountains of Kyoto in the distance. After climbing about 20 to 30 stairs, big stairs, I'm greeted by an incredible view of Kyoto. This is so serene. I took my time and explored the entire grounds of the shrine, but I still had a lot of time remaining till that light up, so I headed to one of my local favorite cafes in the area, seerasan, and it was time for the light up. First impressions is that this is awesome, totally worth the wait, and it's surprisingly nowhere near as busy as it was during the daytime. I thought there would be way more people coming here to check it out. It's very, very quiet, very empty. Oh my gosh, this is like walking into a photograph of Japan on the internet. So magical. Can't recommend this enough. This is so pretty. And it's so quiet. I can't believe how quiet it is. Oh my goodness. I think I actually prefer it at nighttime compared to daytime. I don't understand how this is real. This may be the most beautiful sakura spot and light up I've been to in all of my years chasing the sakura at nighttime for sure. Even though I went into the Sakura Park during the daytime, I thought, I have to go back in. I have to do it. I have to pay another 500 yen, so I paid 1,000 yen in total today, but it looks like it's going to be worth it. Even the entrance itself with all the lanterns just looks stunning. So let's go inside and enjoy the park at nighttime. Even though I was here a mere 4 to 5 hours ago, it has a complete different feeling to it now. So this Matsuri is really cute. All the guys running it are really young. And anyway, there was one guy who remembered me from the daytime and he's like, come with me, they have sakura beer. And so he brought me to this little, really aesthetic stall and they poured me a lovely sakura beer. I don't know what the foam's made of. He was like shaking it, so kanpai. いいよ、入ってきても大丈夫です。美味しい。Everyone's so friendly. Hello. あ、乾杯。乾杯。It's such a vibe here. あ、桜が出てきた。美味しい。ちょっとしょっぱい。しょっぱいです。Yeah. Wow, it's really salty. Like that sakura just came out of nowhere. But this beer is like a really popular one here in Kyoto. I think it's the premium malts from Suntory. So it's an expensive beer, but for this it was 700 yen, which honestly not that bad considering I'm at a festival. It's just sad, there's not enough people. People need to know about this because when you go to Nakameguro, it's like bumper to bumper, there's no space. And this place is just literally a private sakura viewing. So highly recommend if you're here during sakura season. When you're in Kyoto, the true way to enjoy hanami and the sakura is by having a picnic by Kamogawa River. And one of my recommended areas and favorite is at the very end of Kamogawa towards Kamigamo Jinja, which is a lot more quiet. It's quite far away from the main town. I cycled for like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes. Over this side, you'll only find locals. And it's very wholesome. You'll see people and families and couples just having picnics. They've got their dogs out enjoying the sakura, and there's lots of low-hanging trees, so you can really just be immersed in the sakura. And this particular spot I found, there was some sakura that had just like fallen onto the ground. Like, look at that. I did not pick these. They were just already on the ground. There's so many petals literally all around me. I actually stopped by a German bakery that I'd never been to before and brought a bunch of bread rolls as well as a pretzel. Another YouTuber called Mr. Nippon, he actually filmed a whole documentary about the German bakery here in Kyoto, so check it out if you're interested. And I'm just gonna relax here with my pretzel and enjoy the sakura. I want to show you my view while I'm lying down here. It looks like this. No hanami is complete without a tri-colored dango, so I picked this up at the Family Mart on the way. This dango is the most aesthetic. You can take any photo with it and it'll look good. Plus it's only about like 100 yen at the convenience store. There's actually a cafe with an incredible view of the sakura really close to where I was sitting and doing my little picnic. And I just got myself an iced latte, and it's just incredible because you've got these big glass windows and you have a perfect view. It's a very modern place. It's called Chili's Cafe and Bar. That wraps up my spring Kyoto trip. What did you guys think? Did you have a favorite sakura spot or any I missed? Let me know. Bye bye.